I recorded the call.
Criminalizing himself.
I recorded the call.
In his best interest, he might want to listen to this call before he makes any further statements.
You don't know what? That's the third time you've done it. You're gone. Mr. Allen, take him. You better get Mr. Burgess down here because I want to hear those calls because he's interfered.
Doing the training about the people.
And Mary Rubio, on behalf of Mr. Lee, I am standing in for the attorney of record, David Burgess, with Mr. Lee's consent, to my knowledge. Is that correct, sir? That is okay for me to stand in for you right now?
Yes.
Okay, could you please state your name?
Literally.
What is that noise?
Right. Shouldn't you check? I don't feel safe. Why are you just pointing? What?
Don't stop at some.
It'll stop at some point.
I feel very safe.
Wow, I know. He's like, no, you are all over it. Yes. All right, go ahead. What are we doing?
Well, Your Honor, a few things. First of all, I've been in communication with Mr. Burgess and Mr. Arabo, who is representing the victim of the case, Mr. Quasny. Apparently, Mr. Lee called Mr. Arabo and offered to, in exchange, there's a pending case where Mr. Quasny is the defendant of an AMV against Mr. Lee. Mr. Lee contacted Mr. Arabo and offered to essentially not testify in that case if Mr. Quasny agreed not to testify in this case. There are statements that are essentially saying, in exchange for Mr. Quasny, victim in this case, not testifying, I will also not testify. That is highly concerning, of course. I was given this information yesterday. I asked Mr. Arabo to forward that call to myself, Mr. Burgess, and the officer in charge because we want it documented for potential additional charges. But this all happened, transpired yesterday. We got the recording as of this morning. With that said, of course, I think it's appropriate to have an adjournment. Mr. Burgess agrees with that.
But does that recording indicate that?
Yes, Your Honor, have either one of you
I myself have not listened to the recording. I was just asked to stand in on behalf of Mr. Burgess. He's at a hearing in Lansing. However, I did speak to Mr. Lee about it today. Mr. Lee indicates to, he indicated some of the content of the conversation to me. He also indicated, just FYI, that he himself recorded it.
But just so that I have this right, the defendant, because of something else, is urging, enticing, or in some other way interfering with testimony of witnesses in this case.
I can't agree to that characterization because I haven't heard it. I don't know.
Well, you want to listen to, because that's what I'm being told.
But yes, I understand. I understand that that is what's being presented. I also want to indicate that. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Mr. Lee has indicated to me some things. I have advised him to be careful of what he would want to say to Your Honor, but he seems to feel that he needed to make that phone call because he wants to move to have Mr. Burgess removed and he wants to get a different attorney. Mr. Lee has indicated to me he also wants to address the court. I again did advise him I would not go into the content of that conversation as there could be potential pending new charges. With that said, Mr. Lee, what is it you wanted to say?
Yes, Judge. I indicated to, what's her name?
Mary Rubio, Ms. Rubio.
To Ms. Rubio that for a little bit over a month, I contacted my attorney, Mr. Burgess, and I instructed him to contact the lawyers from both sides, the prosecution and the other side that represented Mr. Quasny, and I instructed him to offer a plea or to negotiate some sort of settlement, and he indicated that he would do that. He indicated that he had done that. He indicated that he had reached out to Mr. Arabo and the prosecutor regarding making some sort of plea agreement. Him and I discussed what that could be. And so now, fast forward, yesterday, I contacted Mr. Burgess and I said, hey, have you reached out or have you heard anything from Mr. Arabo and the prosecutor? He said, and he indicated that he had not heard anything and that he had reached out to both attorneys multiple times. I knew that to be a lie. I suspected that to be a lie. And I knew that if I were to have him or to ask you to have him removed or substituted, that I would have to prove under Strickland versus Washington that he.
I don't know. Are you a lawyer?
I was.
Mr. Lee, no. To my knowledge, no.
So I knew that I had to prove that he was ineffective. I knew that I had to prove that our breakdown was egregious. So I recorded the call myself, and I called Mr. Arabo and I asked if Mr. Burgess reached out and discussed any sort of plea negotiations. Mr. Arabo said, no, sir. He had not had any communications with my attorney. So I confirmed with Mr. Arabo that he had not received any communications about any kind of negotiations with any kind of plea agreements on my behalf.
I'm so sorry to interrupt Mr. Lee before he makes more statements.
And I did record the.
That are false to this.
I recorded the call.
Criminalizing himself.
I recorded the call.
In his best interest, he might want to listen to this call before he makes any further statements. In the call that was sent to us, there is indication there's no discussion of a plea. Not what was sent to me. That was recorded by Mr. Arabo. There's very clear that there will be no testimony in his case if Mr. Consley agrees not to testify in this case.
So I have the text messages.
Further false statements are made to the court, which is not necessarily a problem for me, but I want to make sure that Mr. Lee's rights are preserved.
I have the text messages.
I want to listen.
You don't know what? That's the third time you've done it. You're gone. Mr. Allen, take him. You better get Mr. Burgess down here because I want to hear those calls because if he's interfered with it, that's going to be a whole other issue.
I will try to reach him, but I know he is in Lansing, so I'm not certain.
Well, even if he appears, has Mr. Burgess heard the calls?
I don't know, Your Honor. They were sent this morning. I asked Mr. Arabo to send them right away yesterday, and we received them this morning. Mr. Arabo can also be available via Zoom if necessary.
All right. Okay. I'm just letting you know that what I'm hearing is extremely disturbing.
I completely understand that.
And so I'm gonna give an opportunity for the defense to give me some explanation, but I'm inclined at this point, I'm gonna hold him in custody. I'm inclined at this point to revoke his bond.
I understand.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Somebody needs to listen to him. Have you heard him? Or
Just now. Oscar and I listened to it together.
okay. All right. I'll recall that momentarily.
And then everyone else gets folded.
Everybody else is holding. And
Mr. Kennedy. Go down. That's one. I think it's
four.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So this one we're going last. Right, no.
No. This one.
That's
This
fine.
last.
So just hold down.
Yep.
And it's between these two. What happened to
That was at 2:00. We haven't gotten there yet.
Oh,
I haven't talked to you about those at all yet.
ow. Okay. All right, but this one has one. And then we gotta bring Lee back out. So who's on this one?
This is 4 witnesses with Miss Tanha and I believe Miss Ackerley.
Okay. So then this is Goodine.
9 is REV0KES.
How many witnesses on that one witness? Okay. get Mr. Burkett in here. We'll handle that one. I'm gonna take a brief break. We'll handle that one, then I'll get Mr. Lee out. Okay,
Thank you, Your Honor.
and deal with Lee.
That's my order then.
All right, Court Statement, Larry Lee.
All right.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Marie Tenha, Assistant Prosecuting Attorney on behalf of the people.
I forgot to wait a second.
And Mary Rubio, again, on behalf of Mr. Lee, who is making his way to the podium.
There's additional counsel that is on Zoom.
I'm sorry.
Oh, there you
Good
go.
afternoon, Your Honor. May it please this honorable court, Joseph Arabo on behalf of Stephen Quasny.
All right. And I'm presuming everybody except the court has heard the phone call.
What I heard was, the recording the prosecutor gave me, which appears to be a less than 2-minute portion of a phone call. I think she would agree it's not an entire phone call.
That's correct, Your Honor. It's what Mr. Rubble sent me, as well as Mr. Burgess, and law enforcement as of this morning.
All right. And that portion of the phone call, as the court is to understand, is basically this defendant speaking with, is it directly with the victim in this case?
No.
No,
An
Your Honor.
attorney.
It's with Mr. Rubble, who's the attorney for the victim.
All right. And basically offering to not provide testimony in another case if his client doesn't provide testimony in this criminal proceeding.
That is how I would characterize it, Your Honor. If Mr. Rubble has additional information or different information, he's welcome to.
Yes. Mr.
Yeah, just to clarify the record, that's a portion of a phone call because I didn't anticipate to record the entire thing. I didn't know who was calling me. And then once I realized what this was, which is an attempt to extort and use this other case that he filed against the victim in this matter to use as leverage to have this conversation at a future point in time, I was quick enough to get on my computer and record it so that the court is aware of what's going on in the matter where I represent Mr. Quasny, who's the victim in this matter, which is the first matter before the court.
Your Honor, if I may, I really object to that characterization that it was an attempt to extort. I've spoken to Mr. Lee at length about the purpose of the phone call. I also listened to the portion of the phone call. Perhaps the court could listen to it. I do not believe that was what was happening at all. And plus, I don't think there was nothing on there that indicated he was trying to extort this attorney or the complaining witness. Frankly, what Mr. Lee has alleged to me is that he and Mr. Burgess have basically had a breakdown of communication, that he's spoken to Mr. Burgess multiple times, asking him to advocate on his behalf to the prosecutor as well as to this other attorney to try to come up with what he has called, not being a lawyer, using the words a settlement agreement or a plea negotiation. That's what he said to me. And that he had the feeling that Mr. Burgess had not, in fact, made this phone call. So he then called this attorney, and right in the phone call,
Because it would have been unethical for Mr. Burgess to try to say, my client won't testify in this other matter.
Of course.
If that, right? That's
Well,
what Mr. Burgess may not have done.
and that may very well be, but Mr. Lee indicates that, and I haven't seen these, he indicates that he has text messages back and forth with Mr. Burgess, and that Mr. Burgess, quote, lied to him about whether or not he made these phone calls. So he indicates the main reason that he wanted to call.
That would be irrelevant.
I know that, but Judge, trust me, I know that, but I just wanted
Your Honor,
to
if I
make
may.
a record. What, can I just finish though?
Let her finish.
Mr. Lee
Sure.
indicated the main purpose of the phone call was for him to find out whether this attorney could verify whether Mr. Burgess called him. If you listen to the call, the portion of this call, it's literally on there. He says, it starts out with him saying something about plea agreements. It's interrupted. And I believe because counsel didn't realize he was going to need to record this. But anyway, it starts out with him, Mr. Lee, saying something about plea agreement, settlement agreement. Did Mr. Burgess call you to try to, see if I wouldn't testify and then your client wouldn't testify? Yes, he says that. But then he goes on to say, because my lawyer said he called you, and then this attorney confirms what Mr. Lee was trying to find out. And this attorney says, no. You see how easy it was to reach me. I didn't talk to anybody named Burgess. That's what he says. So I'm just indicating that Mr. Lee states that was the main purpose of his call, because he claims he wanted to come in here today and tell Your Honor that he did not want to have Mr. Burgess represent him anymore because he feels Mr. Burgess is lying to him. I'm just representing to you what Mr. Lee has told me.
Your Honor, if I may.
I'd like to say something.
Thank you. Mr. Arabo, it's my turn. One moment. Your Honor.
Because apparently that's how it works in this courtroom. Tana says it's her turn, so it's her turn. Go ahead, Miss Tana.
Mr. Arabo had some trouble with interrupting.
That's only because she's there and I'm not.
Your Honor, I don't really, quite frankly, care what's going on with the client relationship with Mr. Burgess, or claims Mr. Arabo is making about extortion. That's not something that people are going to get involved in at this stage. What I'm concerned about is there is a clear difference between a plea negotiation and two witnesses not testifying, one of them being Mr. Lee, the other one being Mr. Crosby, not testifying in exchange for something. And I agree that the court should just listen to the call rather than us going around calling it different things. What's clear to me is that there is an offer to not testify in exchange for Mr. Crosby not testifying in this case before this court. That is what I'm hearing on that call. That is what's concerning to people, and that's what may bring future charges. We're in the early stages. This needs to go to law enforcement. It has gone to law enforcement now, and we can follow up.
Mr. Rubble.
Your Honor, as you know, I'm a defense attorney. I think Ms. Rubio is really grasping at straws here to try to help her client. But here's what it is. It's not a plea. We heard her say plea. A plea means a reduction to something other than what is being charged with, not a dismissal, which is clearly being indicated in this. Second, what's happened here is you could see clearly there has been a subsequent case filed. I don't know how this slipped between the cracks, because in over 10 years of practicing, I've never seen something like this, where a victim turns into a defendant. What? During a pending case. Never seen anything like this. So Mr. Lee has done this intentionally so that he can one day use it as leverage to contact me or have somebody else contact me or whoever is representing Mr. Kwasny, so that he can use it as a negotiation tactic. And what he's engaged in is third-party communication to get through to Mr. Kwasny in violation of his bond. That's number one. He's got a no contact order. Second, this is witness tampering. You don't want to call it extortion. Let's find something else. It is witness tampering. He's trying to tamper with Mr. Kwasny using the leverage that he created. And I don't know how the prosecutor's office allowed this to happen. Somebody wasn't monitoring things properly, but this is what's happened. First ever time I've ever seen anything like this. And it needs to be handled. It needs to be handled. It's going to be handled.
Okay.
Can we listen to the call?
Everybody
Yes,
listen to it already.
Hey, can somebody send it to Ms. Weidling, and I will then be more than happy to listen, or if there's an easier way for me to do it, I'll do it. Let's take the defendant back and sort of listen to the call. I can give my decision.
You have to go back.
To you. I'll handle that coming back out. I think Miss Atkins.
And there it is, the courtroom breaking point. The judge has officially had enough. Getting tossed out for the third interruption is not just bad behavior, it signals something even bigger. The judge's patience, trust, and bond tolerance are evaporating fast. This is the moment where defendants forget that every word and every outburst becomes evidence of credibility or the lack of it. What do you think? Was the judge right to throw him out, or was Lee desperate and spiraling? Let me know in the comments.